Hey, I'm turning this down. Hey, everybody. Hey, this is Robin Whitfield coming in. I'm coming in. Hey, hold up, hold up. Let me put this on. Let me put this on before we start this thing. I like that. All right, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. Tell your neighbors I'm coming in. Hey, listen, we're on streaming on with Restream on YouTube as well. So if you guys are tuning in tonight, you can hear me on YouTube right now. If you look on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We're growing. We're growing. And it's 2024. We're growing, and I'm so excited about it. Hey, Atlanta. Hey, New Jersey. Hey, everybody around the world. I'm going to cut the music off because I was doing a lot of work and the music was on. So hold up. It might have went off anyway. Let's see. Let's see if the music went off. Okay, we're going to resume it back. Let's resume back. You know, that's pretty cool. I like that. I can't believe. Are we on yeah, we're on Facebook, and they let me resume right back. I used to say Instagram let you resume back. I like this. But anyway, it's a great thing to be with you guys. A great thing. It's just wonderful, and I'm so grateful to be back on live. It's just been so busy. Have y'all been busy? I'm telling you, we're like in February, going into March, and like almost through with the first quarter of the year, and it's something. But one thing I'm so grateful about, and this is the first time it ever happened. I'm going to come back to that. Y'all think I ain't? I'm going to tell you what the first time thing it have ever happened, and that I'm grateful about. But I kind of want to just ease into this and just introduce who I am, because some people just don't know. And before I get to talking, I'm just going to introduce who I am, and I'm going to go through it quick because it's a long introduction. But I know how to make it really fast. So my name is Robin Whitfield, and I'm with the Healing House Life Center Church. It's a nonprofit corporation, and we're tax exempt in two different states, in Buckhead, in Georgia. Excuse me, because we're originally from out of Buckhead, but we're from in Atlanta, Georgia. We're tax exempt, and here in also in New Jersey, we're tax exempt, and so we're grateful for that, and we're trying to do it the right way and learn about it, because everybody can't go around doing tax exempts. And so that's wonderful. And so I'm so grateful because, we're proud partners of the Community Food Bank of New Jersey. And, they're one of the powerful food programs that we have here, Food Bank, in the New Jersey area, like they have in Atlanta, the Atlanta Community Food Banks. But here we're here, and we're partners with them. And this past month, we fed over 1,300, and we fed 181 people, including children, food this month. We have a distribution here in Atlantic City once a month, and that's the second Tuesday of each month down at Altman Playground. We call it the Refuge, but it's Altman Playground. Beautiful area near the boardwalk, and it's changing down there. And so we also so we've been reaching out in that area of town with consistency, people getting to know us in that area, which is a good thing. It was like our eighth distribution. We fed uh, uh, 181 people, as you can see right there on the bulletin. 300 over 3,500 pounds of food. I think it's 360, 3,640 8 pounds of food, and that's a lot of food. And we're so grateful, and got to give a hand to the volunteers as well. So, and it's just been our eighth distribution. We was out there in the winter in the cold having a Giving Tuesday, and we did the Thanksgiving drive, and we went all the way to Atlanta. We went to Iowa, and we went to to Trenton, and everybody, and we had uh, coat drives, and just a wonderful thing, something that we love doing, and especially. And so we're so grateful for that, to be partners with the Community Food Bank. And in doing this, we're helping our community. Also, we're helping people who have food insecurities, because, food is very high. In our community, and it really is. I mean, you could go to some of the local stores around in this area, and just that alone is high. Just regular Walgreens, 7-Eleven, a CVS, and Save a Lot, and all those people that's trying to cater and help the community, and they're doing a good drive, a good job. The problem is that the food is high, and it's not them; it's around the world. But we thank God for local ones, different ones that we can go to and notice that we can get some sales, or, and try to budget ourselves accordingly, according to our pocketbooks. And that's important. But we enjoy what we do. We go down there, and we, pass out food. We don't sell food, we give away food. And that's a powerful thing, to say that you give away food in a famine time, because I call it a famine time. I really do. When food, people can't get what they would be. Let me tell you, just because you got a job, and just because you get regular checks twice a month, or get a check every week, don't mean that you can put food in 5 kids' mouth, 3 kids. Some people got 5 and 6 kids, and they're living from paycheck to paycheck, because they've been used to living a certain kind of way, and now, they have to pay for maybe 2 or 3 cribs. Cribs is homes, 2 or 3 spots, not just one spot. I've been there and done that. You got to make sure this roof is paid, and still trying to help your family and pay for your other spot. And still trying to keep up with food, and you got a job too. So what do you got to do? Work 2 jobs? You got to be working 2 jobs and all that kind of stuff. And it's not easy. It really is, and it's not easy, even for people that have. Um, hey, that's my cousin Henrietta, and she is very talented, y'all. You got to go to her page, because she's on YouTube too, and she got a great gift. She's very talented. She uses her hand all the time, and got a great ministry called the Helping Hands. Been around for years. Been around for years. Yeah, so they go, and you got to go to these stores and different things, and you're trying to work from paycheck to paycheck, and it's not easy. It's not easy coming up with jobs, and it's a great thing. So we're proud partners with them. We're fighting food insecurities in our community, and that's a good thing. And we're also 20% of the time in Atlanta. And so with that being said, we're working on a lot of things. I'm making this introduction slow. I mean, longer than what I thought, but we're working on great things with that as well. And so, and God is doing big things. Don't think He ain't, because He really is. It just needs to be time for its own show to talk about that. And so, but we're working on that too. Definitely is. And when we do get to say that it's completed, then we could talk about it, because I'm on the road this year of doing it instead of talking about it. And I like that. So it's wonderful. So anyway, well, we love doing this, feeding the people in our community, and we're proud to be partners with the Community Food Bank. They got a lot of stuff going on here in New Jersey, helping people, and I see that it's growing an awful lot. And y'all know I love coming on social media talking about it, especially when you get the chance. Sometimes you used to coming on, and people miss you from coming on because you just take breaks, but you got to come off of it and get the job done. And thank you, because my cousin is doing a great work. I'm so proud of her, and being on social media and seeing her grow reminds me of my mom so much. She's doing wonderful. And so, but I thank God for all these wonderful people that's coming on and following and being a part, because it's not easy trying to work in your community and being a part of the community, the Atlanta Black Chambers, and trying to keep up with that, and still coming off having to deal with people off the social media. And that's the holdup. You want to get on, you want to compose, and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. I had to stop. Thank you so much for subscribing to us on YouTube, and we're now up to 322 subscribers, and that really stunned me. That we were up to that amount, and I thank God for that. Even uh, you know, uh, everybody else who followed. We needed to boost it, though. We needed to boost it, so it's starting. Anyway, yeah, it's a great thing to be able to come on and work in your community and be able to help people around the world. Even like I was saying about being a part of the chambers and stuff. Be still. You want to come on social media. I was trying to come on the Black Chambers on Tuesday, and hickle my Wi-Fi going off, and I can't even sign in, and I got a Zoom box right on my phone, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to sign in, but it ain't go. I'm learning how not to stress over a lot of things, and just wait for the next time, and get a chance to come in, because some of this stuff you got to slow down, especially when you're trying to take care of yourself and do healthy habits and take care of your husband at the same time, because you got to stop what you're doing. You got to go help your husband. Got to make sure that he has his doctor visits, and yourself as well. And so now you're trying to juice, and you're over here and you're trying to move this thing and moving that. And it's very important that you look out for each other and love each other, and have faith in each other that you're going to make it, and not know how to rip and run the street. I don't care what money you got in your pocket. You don't leave each other home when you're not feeling well, because when you come back, you might not see that person again. They'll be gone. So, you just slow down and slow your day and say, hey, I'll go tomorrow. And don't think in your head, oh, they just playing. They trying to hold me up. Forget all that. Just chill for a minute, and you'll be back on track again. Sometimes we need the rest. But anyway, yeah, so I was so grateful to get that done, and get all of our doctors lined up and get everything. And I said, this, we're trying to get ready because Rochelle is graduating, and I'm so excited about that, because she's getting her bachelor's degree in business management, and that's huge for us, because it really is. I'm proud to be able to go, and I feel like I'm graduating, and I don't care if she's 30 years old. I really do. And number two is that she is proud. I'm proud to see that she's taking her graduation banquet to her grandmother's in Iowa. So we have a trip coming up this month, and I'm so excited about that. She was on a pace program, like at her own pace, she could take the course. So she did a master's bachelor's program, and it took her about 2 years to finish. Do all that, what make this huge? And I'm gonna tell you, because I told her I'm gonna be talking about to G's come. You know what I mean? What make this huge? And I'm gonna tell y'all, it doesn't matter if you young, blind, crippled, and crazy. When people make achievements, you, and it can be in your family too. People make achievements. You got to clap your hand and praise them because they have kids coming out of high school and college and with children and babies. And that's an achievement to have. You go to high school, you get wind up, you have a baby, and you have to keep the baby. And now the baby is coming to school with you, but you're graduating. And people don't want to say congratulations to people that's graduating. It's an achievement. It really is that you got through school with your kids, the little kids, the babies, and you still made it. Listen, I don't care if you have ten jobs. It's not like going to school and all hell break loose, high school and college, when you down to your last classes. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. And it's around the world. Just play the tape. Yourself and your kids. I'm telling you, the last in about time for you to graduate, your mother died, your sister gone, your money runs out, somebody failed your course. I can't go. My teacher hold my grade. All kind of stuff happened. While you going through school and high school or college, nothing happens until it's almost time to get out of school. And do you know what that is? That's the devil. That's what it is. It's the devil. The devil don't want you to graduate, and it can be diverse. It's an achievement of your life. You're coming out. You're going to start to be an adult. Now you're going on your own, and you can manage your business. And the devil don't want you to stop you. He wants you to be depressed, commit suicide on this tripping stuff, and going around using this drug and stay on this corner. Don't do it. Don't do it. And those, oh, now I'm gonna stop. Somebody is gonna pay me uh, $50 an hour. And if I go ahead and do this job, I'm gonna put my school on hold and go do this job for a while. Now you don't want to go back. No, no. Tell them to hold that money so you can finish school. That's the way I look at it. Finish school first and then go get that job. Because why people trying to block people from finishing school? It's important to finish school. So I'm so grateful to see that Rochelle finished school, even through all her stuff she went through. She went through a lot of things on going through, all our kids did, going through a lot of stuff, like in different places and trying to go back to finish that at her own pace, not being able to be home with me somewhere else. Sometimes I didn't know where she was, but she finished. And that's what makes it huge. 30 in her early 30s, she finished school. And guess what? I'm flying there because I feel like I'm graduating. And I did because I could have left. I mean, who cares? There's parents that leaves, but I wasn't leaving my child, whether she was 50 years old, because y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't leave your kids. And I said that over some years ago on this social media. I don't care how old they are. They 50 years old, you go see about your kids. That's right. You go see about them. You're going to wish you had went to see about them. I'm telling you. So I went and cause why? You the one gonna have a headache. They're gonna call you to bury him. They're gonna call you to do all that. So you might as well go see about your kids. I'm telling you. So anyway, I goes and I'm so grateful that Rochelle is deciding to take her graduation to her grandmother's, and she's going to do she's getting a banquet hall where she's at. She's at the community room, and we're gonna have the little graduation banquet there on the on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday will be there in Iowa, and then the banquet is going to be on that Tuesday. And so, she's getting her cap and gowns now. She's getting her ring. We're all getting matching hoodies with her school, and it's going to be really nice when we get in the pictures. But then right after that, she marches down the aisle, and that's all the way in Ohio. So 1 month later, we got to fly to Ohio the first week of May for Rochelle's graduation. She's going to be marching down the aisle. And it's an achievement. I remember when she went to my graduation, when I graduated from nursing school, and Rochelle went with me. Rufus couldn't make it, and neither could my mother make it. But Rochelle rode all the way with me to Philadelphia to my graduation. And I was graduating to be a nurse, and I didn't. forget that because I grind over everybody else should be here. Why it's just us here, but we made it. So it's a privilege to go back to even take those two trips in such a time like this. I could use the money for something else. So I'm trying to save for that to go on those things. And you got to feel better and you got to look good and you got to plan and for it and ask God to give you plan, purpose, power, and strength. You got to know how to flip some switches and save some money, and know how to do without and wait for the time come until you got to know how to hustle and, get, like my cousin do, get spots and sell things on the side to fundraise, to take those trips and still be able to fund your business. And so I'm so grateful for that. And God giving me power to advocate for my husband and us to shop for doctors to stay healthy to get to these type of events. And so God had told me to take 6 months and not go anywhere, but just do that, because me, when I said, oh, I'm tax exempt in Georgia, I got to go to Georgia, I got to do this, but you got to go for a purpose. What are you in Georgia for if you don't have a purpose to go? Why are you spending that kind of money? You're going to Georgia, you got to have a reason to go. And so those are its own shows all by itself, and God gave us a reason. And I'm so grateful for that because if He didn't give me a reason, I'm sure ain't going. I'm telling you now, I'm sure ain't going. And my whole calendar, if you look ahead, I got a vision board calendar hanging up in front of me that big. I just can't turn the camera around just yet, but the vision board is my vision board camera, it, and that's only because my cam the holder that I have here is actually stuck. It's stuck to where I'm at, so I can't turn the camera or I might cut off. But one day I'm gonna show you guys when I'm over on that side of the room. The vision board calendar is almost half full, and last year I did not sign in one block. I got through the year without even calculating a vision board in my head. And this is the first year, and I told y'all guys I was going to tell you what happened. This is the first year that at this time my taxes is completed. I usually go all the way at the end and have to do an extension. But thank God for, I have a great CPA. His name is Mark, and he helped me so much this year. This is the first year that I know about Intuit. I can look at his board. I'm learning classes on taxes and him talking to me, networking with me along with my banking system was the best CPA around the world for businesses. And his name is Mark. I got to post something about him there. But I'm sitting here. I was up tonight. I said, I got to pay this guy. And he don't charge much for nonprofits. It's like $125 if you're doing a 990 in. And that's all it is. And so if you keep up with your books, that's not a lot for somebody to, you think you're going to pay $1,000, So, I was so able to keep up. And I'm going to tell you guys, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked without a bookkeeper. But when it's up to, when you have a nonprofit and you got it hooked up to your Intuit and QuickBooks, it does it all for you for the rest of the year. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me that one time. You know who told me that? My daughter Rochelle. My daughter Rochelle told me that. And then so I hooked it up and I looked and I wind up at the end of the year flipping banks, not opening up a bunch of cake. The main thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and y'all, if y'all don't hear what I'm saying, I've been saying it ever since I left Georgia. If you have a nonprofit and it's not just for churches, get Givelify. Okay, if you get Givelify and hook it up to your account, it's a safe way of giving. You can download it right now. If you can go through Givelify yourself each time, if I showed y'all what I already did paid in tithes, and I just didn't do that this year yet, from January to now, you wouldn't believe it because I go through Givelify and they do all my bookkeeping. So when I got to my CPA, all I had to do was push a button, hook it up to because I started not even put my accounts. I got rid of all that. I, this is the count. This is what I do, and this is what I'ma see. And everybody needs to wait. You know how you say, "Oh, I get a Social Security check." Well, then keep it on its own card. It shouldn't be with the church account. If you got a credit card, use it for a trip, not for praying trips or not for church trips. Use it for what it is. If it's for U-Haul, keep it there. Keep your credit cards over there. And it worked for me. It really did. It worked for me, not even worrying about what bookkeeper I don't have. Because once I found out that my bookkeeper left, I had to go ahead and make sure, hey, count's cutting off, dog. I'm going through Giveify. Anything I do, nobody ain't doing no direct deposits out of the church account. Don't ask, because I ain't doing it. It's no direct deposits. There ain't nothing coming through automatically on that account. Do it on my own credit card, not the church. I'm just teaching y'all something. And it worked. This is the first year out of all the years, and I got it. One more thing to tell you, and I'm coming off. And only God could do this. The first year that I'm finished with taxes, and I have personal taxes. Y'all know I worked at Acme and all those places, and I have the business taxes, which is a 990, a nonprofit, and it's all completed, done. So I don't have to be saying I got to get my taxes. The year before that, I was late doing it, and I had a bookkeeper. And so I just thank God, because we're learning. We're all learning about our business, and it's very important that you learn that stuff. Who wants somebody in their accounts and you don't even know what's in your bank account at yourself? And they supposed to be, okay, I got to do your tax. Know what's in your account. You can't put no bookkeeper in your account and CPA in your account, and you don't even know how to do it. So you got to stop what you're doing and learn it, so you won't do it wrong. And so I said, look, this and that, but he helped me so much, that CPA. I'm telling you, a little Jewish guy. I think he's Jewish, but they ain't worried about it, black, white, or whatever. He getting the job done. I tell you that. That's what the deal is. You getting the job done. And those kind of people help you, so you won't get your business and stay in trouble, especially if you want to do it the right way. You got to hook up with the right CPA if you want to do your business the right way. So I just thank God for that. And there was something else I needed to tell you guys about the business that's very important. And I always use me, because it's very important. When I use me, I don't have to worry about other people or whatever. I said the wrong thing, but on my I've never had, and I'm telling you, I've never had an account, especially a business account, that I didn't bounce a check. Now I'm sharing that. That's very transparent. I never had an account that I'd never bounced a check. It was just me. I had to give it to Rufus, because Rufus ain't gonna bounce no check. But my check always. I'm talking about. I put the thing in there. I can't wait. You know what it was? I did not pay attention. You going to work every day, people charging you ATM charges, and you're really not paying attention to what's going on. Now you got this back bounce check, and okay, I'll go to pay a fee. That ruins your credit. You can't do that. And God had to change. I changed. This is the only account that I had from 2021, a business account. Now this is huge. I've never had a bounce check in that account. The Healing House Life Center Church never had a bounce check. And I started that account in 2021 in Georgia, Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. That's where my headquarter bank is. I do not mess with Wells Fargo, all them people, and I don't care if they hear what I'm saying. I don't mess with no community banks around here, Wells Fargo and all that, because guess what? And I'm not going to say the wrong thing. You walk in them, they're not diverse. They just don't help you. They don't help you. And I don't care if you having a class, if they helped your business, wonderful. Because they sure don't do nothing for our business. Not around here, no Wells Fargo. Down here on this avenue, these banks ain't doing nothing. So I just thank the Lord to be able to have an headquarters in Georgia, and I kept that bank because God told me to keep it, and I made sure I pay my bills, so I won't bounce it, because I'm proud to have a bank out of Atlanta, Georgia. during that COVID time. So, and it's a black area. And not saying that when you walk in that bank, it's all black people in there and they tries to help you, just just like the ones here. But listen, I'm proud to walk in a bank that there's all black people in that bank. I really am. So I'm so grateful for that. And then the one out here in Little Egg Harbor, Alex and the other Spanish guy, and they have another manager. They treat. It's wonderful to be able to call your bank and talk to people on the phone. I'm telling you. And I didn't used to do that because I was a check bouncer. So and God changed that around. I pay my tithes, and at the end of the year, when I was in Georgia, instead of me handing all my money out to everybody's ministry, here's my tithes. Guess what? If I hadn't did that, I wouldn't have been able to help my family member because one of my family members got in jail, and I had to help them at Christmas time to get out, and I wouldn't still had no money. Keep handing it all out. You have to tithe to your own ministry. You could go to Atlanta all you want and go around and say, I'm giving everybody my tithe, my pastor getting all my tithes. Well, then go ahead and do that. If that's God telling you to do that. But he didn't tell me to do that when I went to Georgia. He told me to tithe to my ministry, and it was 2020 COVID, and nobody could tell me that wasn't a church. Now, I was down in this place and it was two pillows, and then you could look right on the board. And I'm telling you, it was a picture window there in the whole living room one. And when I went to Georgia and I lived in Georgia, Atlanta, I went for business because that looked like a church to me. That's what it did. And nobody could say that to me. And it was only God did that. That was because I was changing. It wasn't because I was delusional or I was acting crazy or something. There was nothing wrong with me. It was just that God was using me in that way. And nobody can fool me. There is a God. There's a God, because all this good stuff happening around here to us, with us, I can't even explain it all. When this camera go off, there's a lot of good things happening here that we're learning. And as soon as I cut the camera off, good stuff happened. Rufus ain't here. He's over there painting. So I'm here by myself talking, and stuff is getting done. God has given us plan, purpose, power, and where the blessings that God has given us, we can't pay for. We can't pay for it. For that man, that age, he over there painting that house. If I show y'all when he got finished, what he done did, you wouldn't believe it. I walked through there today. I said, wow, look at this. Unbelievable. And then going to places and you can get paint from the Habitat and all that, and it's all tax exempt. And I'm fixing this house and stuff, all partially almost finished, but everywhere I go, God does that. But you still got to run. I'm not going to run around here talking about, I'm going to have food stamps, talking about, give me something for tax exempt. Well, it's not going to work. You're using food stamps. You have to learn. You get yourself in trouble. You have to learn it. You have to learn your business. And so, I just thank God for this CPA working with me, getting stuff all lined up, not robbing me and taking the money. I mean, $125,000, I had to put it out there, was a blessing that he did for my taxes. And I felt proud because, he could have had my management report that I gave him from QuickBooks, we made a whole management report and handed in. He could have gave it back and said, this is wrong, but he didn't. He didn't, and he went over it and, and showed me what my mistakes and little things I did, and it was wonderful. So if you keep the right books and go through Givelify and let Givelify document everything, stop having people take stuff automatically out your account, budget yourself, I tell you, you'll have a best flow. Pay your tithes. Ain't nothing like paying your tithes when you got a business. You can give back to yourself when you do that kind of stuff, and I met so many great people. God's given us so many ideas because, my goal now is just like the gentleman with Toys for Tots. He has his truck. He's been out there for years on the boardwalk, and now he does special occasions, or he does seasonal too, where he come out and he does raffles. And raffles is a big thing, because when you're nonprofit, it's a great way. It's achievable. It's not a lot of inventory. You can go out and have them. You could raffle something off in 2 days, and do your spin well, and then you're raffling for to raise money for your college students for Giving Tuesday. People can give you money for your raffles. If you're raffling off a TV, within 2 days they can come back and you can announce it. But you didn't raise money for your organization, especially if you having a toy drive in December. You need Giving Tuesdays to help. You need $2,500 already that you want to give for scholarships in 2 different states. But Giving Tuesday is global. So if I start raising money now for Giving Tuesday, that's for Atlantic City and Buckhead area. I can help some college students. What about, you have an event, you want to do a fundraiser, you have extra money, and now you want to make sure you getting guaranteed return back, from, because so you got to consider a location. Hey, okay, I'm gonna have an event, I'm gonna have a talent show for the children, the children that's coming out of high school and really want to get into entertainment. Would you take all your money and give it to a celebrity because you want to sell tickets and now everybody want to come and see this hip hop rapper? No. No, he need to come and volunteer and go and come in and say, "Hey, I can talk, be on your judge board or something." You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay all that money for somebody singing to come out and be a part of the event. Need to be free anyway, but we need to be able to know how to get some grants and stuff to raise this money so everybody can get what they need. You know what I mean? But if it ain't free, there's other ways of getting money in, so them girls can go there and do a talent show and have something to present them afterwards by meeting these celebrities. See, it don't have to be that a celebrity come all the time and have to sing. It could be a conference. Okay, I'm gonna have a conference. I don't need you to sing. I just need you to preach. And then guess who you get to sing? Sing it yourself. No, for real. Go sing it yourself. Start a choir. Let them sing. It don't have to be this big old thing when you don't have the front money. You don't have it. You don't have the front money. Why? Because you're nonprofit. You're not making no profit. And then when you get the profit, you're going to give it away. You got to make it back so you can continue to help people. And you got to do it right. And you got to come up with great fundraising ideas to be able to do it and make it achievable, and be able to sacrifice some things, do without for a minute so you can grow your money and don't spend it so fast. Because when you do that and you have all this inventory and sometimes it go to waste, it's a good fast money, but you got to think of another way so you won't break yourself down. But it's going to be fast money that you could don't have to do so much with purchasing, and you don't want to come up with these ideas that you're doing it alone. You want to network with somebody so you could give yourself some me time and take care of yourself. So it's nice to go ahead and have these fundraising events, but if you do, you could get, like, even if you have mercantile license. I was interested in that, but God flipped it. He flipped it because I know I'm going to be busy and I can't get out there, because I was going to do the mercantile license, seasonal, sell this and that, but right now it's just ain't time for it. It's time to get with people that already did nonprofit. There's another Shamir, I forgot her name, Rufus' friend that's on Facebook. She been in a nonprofit for 26 years, Shamir or something. I forgot her name. And also another lady, she works and she's trying to teach kids how to fill out their FAFSA applications coming out of high school looking for a grant. And that's what her business is going to be. She's going to be helping kids coming out of high school to prepare a resume and to fill out their FAFSA information to go into college because they need help. And sometimes their parents don't know how to fill it out. Now, that's a nice business to be able to send your kids there and tell them to help them. So I told her to call me about that because I like the network. And wouldn't that be nice when that organization needs to grow? Her organizations need to grow. My organization needs to grow, continue to grow. So guess what? You out there, I noticed Toys for Top Guys. He does it for Christmas. He advertises little tram because that's what I want to pull the hoopty up on the boardwalk or special events for advertising. You put your business, you put the business for the children, the girl working with the kids, and you have the other lady who's doing her business. You put it all over the hoopty. They got stick-ons that you could buy on Amazon to decorate those type of signs. But everybody's business is on there. It's sitting on the boardwalk. Now you're doing the spin wheel. You're going to raffle off something. Guess what? Each business have, if you're up there for 2 days, each business have a time limit on, okay, my business will do this hour. You could be here these hours. And you share the hours. You split the proceeds, after you, okay, so now what do? You got to pay for your sticker, or you got to pay for this. The inventory is not a lot. If you don't make it a lot, it's not a lot. So guess what? You're splitting more. So each organization can give back and put some in their organization so they can continue to do that every year. I'm talking about from the raffle. I'm talking about not me being greedy and going out there, even though we have the nonprofit. There's other people that have nonprofits too. So don't matter with that. I'm talking about sharing it with someone, that have a business. Get the raffle, split the time, and network together. I don't care if it's 10 businesses out there, 10 businesses. Your business is Apple Tree. Your business is Johnny Who, and mine is Healing House. And now we're on this thing where we're having a raffle, and we're raising money. And I don't want to hear about, well, you're a church. Listen, go tell it to the neighbors. We're trying to raise money to give to people with food insecurities, and it has nothing to do that I'm a church and can't do a raffle out here to help some people that need some food and some finances. So go tell it to the birds. So the thing is that with all these people on there, and then you got different ones, different businesses that's on there. We could you At the end of the 2 days, you could split the profit. And then what you do is, once you split the profit, and then you do it through the whole summer, you tally up and you see what you got, and you can do it in the next year. It should grow. I tell people that all the time, but nobody is hearing what I'm saying. But it's very important because raffles are big. And then when you hook your raffle up to your website, and you go on social media with it, and you could do it, whatever works in New Jersey works in Atlanta. If I'm asking for funding from Wawa and a grant from Wawa, and I'm asking for a grant from PepSmart, there's a PepSmart in Atlanta. There's a Kroger's. There's Sprouts in Atlanta, and there's Publix. There's the Piggly Wigglies. All those little stores you can get. They got Trader Joe's there, Whole Foods. All those ones down here that you ask for donations, you can do the same there. But guess what? It needs to be monetary, because if you don't, you need a storage bin. Because they look what PetSmart did. They gave me 80 stuffed animals. So all this adds up, but it takes one day at a time. And I had to realize that this past year, because I ran myself crazy trying to learn. And I'm so grateful God came in this year, and I don't have to do that this year. I really don't. And I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for change. God change, and around the world. So, I just pray and I ask you guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm grateful that I was able to come on tonight. I'm going to share these videos on Instagram as well. And hopefully, y'all don't have to hear a recap this week, because Pastor B finished. He's staying strong. He's very well. And my God, sometimes I had to say, How did you get that and they not giving it to me? Like I went and this is my last thing. I went and was going looking for a dentist, and I said, okay, well now I can get mine done, and then when I pay this card off, you can get yours done the beginning of the year. Okay, the beginning of the year I'll pay mine. The nurse comes and see Rufus and said, hey, did you get your did you get your dental card? So I said, I didn't open that envelope up. She was sitting right there. I didn't open it up, so I opened it up. I was sitting right at this table with her, and Rufus was over there somewhere. And so I'm over here. I opens up the card. The dental card was in there. I looks at the dental card. It's one of Delta Dental. A Delta. Listen, Delta is one of the baddest dentals around. And so now this year, I don't know if y'all don't know it, but you got to get into your health insurance. I keep telling people that because it's different this year. For some reason, this year you can reapply every 3 months. If you when you go on Medicare, if your family ain't your family doctor is not calling you back, or you having some issues, you're not stuck until October. You could still change your health insurance. So I've been just being such an advocate. I thought I was trying, you got to get over here. Well, we move it over here. We moved it, all that kind of stuff. But I made it. I made it. Now it's time to do me. So I was telling him, hey, you got this Delta Dental, but now I don't have to because what he needs, mine is different, so yeah, he I want implants. He's saying about his dentures, but I know he's going to want. I said forget it, just go ahead and get implants. Because now with seniors, they qualify for implants, a different smile here in New Jersey, and you can get all kind of implants. You can get beautiful teeth and stuff like that. So I be encouraging him to do the implants sometimes. But he knows what he wants. But I sure like to get him. So anyway, we thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my little stories and all that kind of stuff. And I look forward to coming back on soon. And I'm streaming with the Restream, and shout out to a lot of people. And I was so grateful to talk about Rochelle. I'll see you guys later, and y'all have a blessed night. And thank you, cuz, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Bye bye.